Get ready because the news cycle is absolutely exploding, and we've got the hottest, most unmissable updates right here, right now. This is iPad Focus, and if you thought things were moving fast before, buckle up, because the future is arriving at warp speed. We're diving deep into the stories that are shaping tomorrow, from groundbreaking creative campaigns that touch the soul, to the economic forces impacting the tech giants we all rely on, and the legal decisions that could reshape the digital landscape. You don't want to miss a single second of this. Let's get into it. First up, we're talking about a campaign that's not just about technology, but about humanity. It's a powerful, emotional story showcasing how innovation can truly change lives, and it's coming from a name you know, but with an approach you might not expect. This is a must-see, a must-understand. Then, we shift gears to the future of mobile innovation. What's next for one of the world's biggest tech players? We're getting an exclusive look at the upcoming models, the economic headwinds they're facing, and what it all means for you. Get ready for the reveal. And that's not all. The legal eagles have been busy, and a major antitrust ruling is sending shockwaves through the industry, with significant implications for two tech titans. We'll break down what this means for competition, for innovation, and for the services you use every single day. Finally, we're looking at how these big decisions are impacting the bottom line, with analysts weighing in on growth, revenue, and what the future holds for these tech giants. Stick around because you need to know this. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join the iPad Focus community. You won't regret it. A deeply human connection. This week's top creative showcase highlights a campaign that moves beyond the typical tech demonstration to embrace a profound emotional narrative. It's a story that matters, proving how cutting-edge technology can serve as a powerful tool for personal empowerment and connection in the real world. At the heart of this initiative is Apple's latest campaign, titled No Frame Missed, brought to life by the creative minds at TBWA Media Arts Lab, LATAM. This isn't just another advertisement. It's a deeply moving, documentary-style exploration of how the iPhone 16 Pro's advanced action mode and integrated accessibility features are making a tangible difference in the lives of individuals living with Parkinson's disease. Directed by Renato Amoroso, the film intimately captures the journeys of four people, illustrating how technology, when designed with universal benefit in mind, can become profoundly transformative for those facing specific challenges. The narrative focuses on their resilience and their renewed ability to express themselves creatively, one captured moment at a time, demonstrating the real-world impact of thoughtful design. The campaign specifically highlights how the stabilization technology in the iPhone helps overcome the physical challenges associated with Parkinson's, allowing for clearer, steadier footage, and by extension, a clearer, steadier voice for its users. This approach marks a significant departure for Apple, moving into a more emotional, issue-based territory to showcase a core product feature. Industry observers, like Neil Walkerwells, Chief Creative Officer at Not So Secret in Toronto, have noted this shift. Walkerwells commented that while Apple is known for its creative and often energetic or humorous tone in showcasing features, this piece is distinctly different. He expressed surprise at seeing Apple adopt such an emotional, issue-based approach for camera stabilization, calling it a compelling foray into an emotional space for their shot on iPhone strategy. He further elaborated, stating, "We're all talking about humanity in advertising at the moment. Well, here you go." The campaign is not just a testament to technological advancement, but a powerful statement on inclusivity and the human spirit's ability to create and connect, regardless of physical limitations. It resonates with a broader conversation about the importance of empathy and human-centered design in the current advertising landscape. This campaign is resonating deeply, with audiences praising its authenticity and emotional impact, celebrating Apple's commitment to accessibility and human-centric storytelling in its marketing. But is this emotional approach a one-off or a sign of things to come? We'll continue to track Apple's creative direction. Next, we're diving into the highly anticipated, yet economically complex, unveiling of the iPhone 17. Economic currents meet mobile innovation. In the fast-paced world of consumer electronics, the anticipation surrounding new device releases is always high. However, the upcoming launch of the Apple iPhone 17 is occurring against a backdrop of significant global economic pressures, raising critical questions about market reception and strategic positioning. This situation demands a closer look at how Apple is navigating these challenging economic currents as it prepares to introduce its next generation of smartphones. The global economy is currently characterized by inflation, supply chain uncertainties, and shifting consumer spending habits. These factors create a complex environment for any major product launch, particularly for high-value items like premium smartphones. Analysts are closely watching how Apple's pricing strategies, feature sets, and marketing campaigns will be tailored to appeal to consumers who may be more budget-conscious than in previous years. The company's ability to balance innovation with affordability, or to clearly articulate the value proposition of the new models, will be crucial. Reports suggest that Apple is preparing a suite of updates for the iPhone 17 lineup, potentially including enhancements to camera technology, processing power, and battery life. However, the extent to which these upgrades will justify a premium price point in the current economic climate remains a key point of discussion. Furthermore, the competitive landscape is intensifying, with rivals also vying for market share by offering compelling alternatives. Apple's strategic decisions regarding the iPhone 17's release date, feature prioritization, and regional rollout will be closely scrutinized. The company's historical performance in overcoming economic downturns has been strong, often attributed to brand loyalty and the perceived indispensable nature of its products. Yet, this cycle presents unique challenges that will test even Apple's resilience. Investors and consumers alike will be looking for insights into how the company plans to maintain its growth trajectory and market dominance amidst these broader economic headwinds. The unveiling will not only showcase new hardware, but also provide a crucial indicator of Apple's strategic foresight and its understanding of the evolving global marketplace. Industry watchers are keen to see if Apple can once again defy economic trends, with many expressing cautious optimism about the company's ability to innovate and maintain consumer demand. These economic pressures and product strategies are fascinating, but what about the legal landscape? We'll explore a major antitrust ruling next. Following that, we'll examine how that ruling is already impacting financial markets and analyst ratings. Regulatory scrutiny and strategic realignment. A significant antitrust ruling has recently sent ripples through the technology sector, prompting a reevaluation of business practices and strategic alliances for major players like Apple and Google. This development has profound implications for market competition, innovation, and the digital ecosystem as a whole. The core of the ruling centers on antitrust concerns related to search engine dominance and default agreements. The Department of Justice, DOJ, has issued a decision that impacts how search engines are positioned on devices and platforms. While the specifics of the ruling are complex, the general thrust is to address practices that may stifle competition. For Apple, this is particularly relevant given its long-standing agreement with Google, which sees Google as the default search engine on Apple devices. The DOJ's decision aims to prevent monopolistic behavior without necessarily dismantling existing, beneficial partnerships outright. It allows Google to continue paying for default placements, but scrutinizes the nature of these exclusivity contracts. This ruling is expected to maintain a degree of the status quo for Apple and Google's relationship, as Apple currently allows users to switch search engines, thereby maintaining a level of user choice. However, the ruling could set precedents for future negotiations and partnerships across the industry. It underscores a growing trend of regulatory bodies worldwide taking a closer look at the power wielded by big tech companies and their impact on fair competition. The implications extend beyond just search engines, potentially influencing how other default services are managed on various platforms. This increased regulatory oversight signifies a critical juncture for tech giants, forcing them to adapt their strategies to comply with evolving legal standards and to foster a more competitive environment. The long-term effects could include greater diversification of services offered by competitors and potentially more innovative offerings as market barriers are re-examined. This legal battle highlights the delicate balance between technological advancement, market leadership, and the need for a level playing field for all participants in the digital economy. The tech community is abuzz with analysis, with many believing this ruling signals a new era of increased antitrust enforcement in the digital age. This legal decision has immediate financial consequences, and we're about to break down how it's affecting Apple's stock and services growth. Stay tuned as we analyze the analyst reports and price targets that are emerging in response to this ruling. Analyst confidence soars post-antitrust ruling. In the wake of a significant antitrust ruling impacting major tech players, financial markets are showing a positive reaction, with analysts reaffirming strong ratings and adjusting price targets. This development is particularly beneficial for Apple, signaling robust growth prospects for its services division. Bank of America Securities analyst Wamsi Mohan has reiterated a buy rating on Apple, setting an ambitious price target of $260. This optimistic outlook is directly tied to the strategic implications of the recent DOJ-Google antitrust ruling. The ruling, which addresses exclusivity contracts in the search engine market, is viewed as favorable for Apple's business model. Specifically, the decision permits Google to continue its lucrative payment arrangements for default search engine placement on Apple devices, while also ensuring that users retain the freedom to choose their preferred search engine. This nuanced outcome is expected to preserve the existing financial relationship between Apple and Google without necessitating immediate, disruptive changes to their payment structures. Mohan's analysis suggests that this ruling bolsters confidence in Apple's services revenue stream. The services segment, a critical driver of Apple's overall growth, is projected to see a healthy year-over-year increase of 12% in both fiscal years 2026 and 2027. A substantial portion of this revenue is derived from licensing agreements, with Google's traffic acquisition costs, TAC, representing a significant contributor. The affirmation of a buy rating and the upward revision of the price target to $260 reflect an increased valuation multiple, driven by this heightened certainty and projected growth in Apple's high-margin services business. This strategic advantage, stemming from the regulatory environment, positions Apple favorably against competitors and reinforces its market position. The stability in its partnership with Google, combined with the anticipated growth in its own services ecosystem, paints a positive picture for the company's financial future. Market sentiment is overwhelmingly positive, with investors and industry analysts alike pointing to this ruling as a key catalyst for Apple's continued expansion in its high-margin services sector. So, from emotional ads to economic forecasts and legal battles, it's been a packed news cycle. We'll wrap it all up with a quick recap and a final call to action in just a moment. And that's a wrap on today's essential updates. We've seen Apple's powerful, no-frame missed campaign showcase incredible human impact, navigated the economic pressures surrounding the iPhone 17 launch, dissected a major antitrust ruling affecting tech giants, and analyzed how that ruling is boosting Apple's services growth. Don't miss out on future insights. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join our community. Leave a comment with your thoughts and follow us on all social platforms to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.